Hello and welcome to Racing Through Radio. I'm your host Sam Moore and I'm here to talk to you all about what's happening over at Ransomville Speedway. Energy was high pitside as drivers and crew got ready for their shows for the night. Engines were running, teams were working hard, and final adjustments were being made to ensure that everybody was ready when tires hit dirt. Walking around this week, it was almost hard to find people to talk to that weren't busy working on their car. These races could either set the tone for your whole season or give you a good starting block to work off of. Everyone on that track felt like they had something to prove. It was a moment to show fans and sponsors that off-seasons weren't wasted and rainy days were well used. Everybody was ready to race. We were officially having our season opener for the 66th season at Ransomville Speedway, and what a good night of racing it was. Sean Lett's memorial race for the Sterling Lubricant Dirt Car Sportsman was led to green flag by Curtis Friesen and Dave Conant. Conant would slip into the lead and Cody McFerguson would hold down second. Conant and McFerguson would have a good battle for the lead while Brett Senek, Curtis Friesen, Cam Tuttle, and Derek Wagner would round out top 6. At lap 9, McFerguson would take the lead from Conant, and from this point on in the race, it seemed like there was a little bit of first race jitters for some of the drivers. They were getting a little bit more contact than they would have probably liked, not only from their fellow drivers, but from the wall. After surviving some mid-race resets that a handful of drivers just couldn't, McFerguson would make his way into victory lane after claiming his 12th victory career at the track. Before this memorial race, I was able to talk to Cam Tuttle, the driver of the 35T car, as he was coming back from his heat. Despite the switch up in the order of the heats, he was able to go out there and have a good strong race, even with a little side-to-side contact he had early on. Cameron Tuttle was able to pull out second in his heat and felt confident going into the feature.
How do you think that went for you out there?
It was good. Car was fast. We got some stuff to do, but I think we'll be good for the feature.
You've been racing here for a while. I know since we've known each other in high school, you were always out on the track. What really inspired you to get in racing?
My dad raced all his life, so I started racing dirt bikes when I was 4, and then started racing go-karts when I was 10, I think, and then started racing these when I was 16. So just a big family deal. Everybody comes out and enjoys the races.
I've known Cameron for as long as I can remember, and for as long as I've known him, he's been a driver. If there's any word I would use to describe Cameron Tuttle and his relationship to driving, it would be determined. You can tell when he's on the track that he's hungry for the win. On a week-to-week basis, his family is with him in the trailer, working on whatever they can to make sure each race goes the best. Even during our short interview, they all looked like they were itching to make small adjustments on the car, whatever they could do to make it look a little better. When they were working together, they looked like a well-oiled machine. Everything they did in sync. You could probably throw them out on a NASCAR track and you might not be able to tell the difference. I think it shows in the way Cameron drives.
Yeah, you always look like you have a full house over here. You've been doing it forever. Your dad's been doing it. Do you have any favorite memories from your time at Ransomville Speedway?
Probably my first ever win. And then, there's too many memories to count. They're all good memories. Everything here is a great time. Every Friday we enjoy it. Hope for the best, obviously. And we're hoping to do that tonight.
Last season, there wasn't a single race that Cameron and his family started that they didn't finish. He's always had a really good head on his shoulders when it came to getting done what he needed for his race car. He placed 4th in points last season and 4th in Friday night's feature, but I don't think 4th is where he will stay for this season. I think he's a good driver, and I think he's one to keep your eyes out on for the rest of the season.
How do you think you're going to do out there in the feature?
The car is really good now. Hopefully we make the right adjustments for the feature. We got 30 laps, so we'll see how it goes.
Ready to take your home from the pits to the winner's circle? Rendell Painting and Renovation Services has the crew that will get you there. One call does it all. 845-5544. Race fans, take a pit stop at the Thousand Islands Cruet for olive oils and vinegars that will bring the taste of victory right to your kitchen. Dress your salads, marinate your meats. Visit them online, thecruet.com.
Gary Lindbergh fought hard to stay at the front of the pack during the Crown Undercoating 358 Modifieds, but managed to shake off Phil Vinegri, Ryan Susi, and Chad Brackman early on. Later on in the race, a lap 25 caution would come out and Lindenberg would be able to hold Matt Ferguson off just enough to claim the feature. Kaipo Chevrolet Street Stocks also had some good hard racing Friday. 12th place starter Jesse Kudermouse was able to race up to 3rd place and finish alongside Mickey Welsh. A caution would be thrown at lap 17, and the restart would allow John Zimmerman to take 2nd and Brandon Sherwood to secure his 19th career win at the track. Ryan Plant would absolutely dominate the Sunflowers of Sanborn mini stock feature alongside Curtis Rung, leading all 15 laps of the race before claiming his 11th track win. Before his heat race for the mini stock group, I was able to catch CJ Smith after he was done working on his car. CJ Smith is a newer driver running the '08 car and returning for his 2nd year at the track, and another driver I grew up along. While me and his sister were spending way too much time working on our Girl Scout badges, he was working on his hobbies. After spending some time working on his cousin's car, CJ and his father now both race at Ransomville Speedway and Genesee at Saturday nights.
I've honestly known you for a long time. I watched you grow up, and now it's fun because I get to come out and I get to see you race. Has racing always been something you and your dad have always done together?
So we started building cars when I was 12 with my cousin, but last year was our first year racing. We shared my car, and then I wrecked it, and he got that one.
Parked side by side, the two compete for the same winning slot, which I could only imagine is stressful. I personally think competing in anything with my father would not go well for either of us. But the two appear to do anything they can to make sure that the other one is well taken care of, outside of giving the other one the win.
Does it feel like weird to be out there with your dad now that you guys have different cars?
Oh yeah, it's completely different than what I was expecting because we're both trying to get to the front and outrun each other.
Yeah, any kind of partnership there, or is it like whoever's winning's going home and bragging tonight?
No, it's really a big partnership thing. Like if he's in front of me, I'm definitely going to block him from coming around me, but it's the same thing as if I'm in front of him, he's going to block every car that comes up to me.
At the beginning of the night, the car seemed to be running good. His heat looked good, he felt confident. Unfortunately, during some point between his heat and his feature, something in the car had popped loose and he was no longer able to compete in the feature. But this didn't stop him from being a good sport and helping his dad go get ready for their feature to compete alongside Plant and Rung. DJ, his father, was able to place 9th overall, and CJ was able to spend some time relaxing and talking with those he shared the concrete with.
Failed start on your home improvement project? Brendel Painting and Remodeling Services are here. Let them take you to the finish line. One call does it all. 845-5544. Need a pit stop for flavor? Stop in to the Thousand Islands Cruet for olive oils and vinegars to marinate your meats and elevate your eats. Find your checkered flag flavor online at thecruet.com.
In the Kevin's Carpet Cleaning Novice Sportsman, there was a hard race for first place between Ken Cambridge, Graham Toth, and Cameron Rowlands for the first half of the race. Toth would eventually experience some mechanical troubles and pull off the track, leaving Ken Cambridge to pull out this victory, closely followed by Rowlands. Next week is the Sue Kulak Memorial Race for the Kaipo Chevrolet Street Stocks. These memorial races are a great way to keep a loved one's memories alive and to give back to the drivers. There's also a full night of regular racing scheduled. Kids are encouraged to bring their Power Wheels for a little event during the intermission where they will be allowed to race their Power Wheels. Pits will open at 5:30 and stands will open shortly after at 6 p.m. Racing will be underway at 7:15. I hope to see you all at the track Friday night, and if I don't see you, I hope to catch you back here Sunday at noon next week.